This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description.
A great movie, series, and drama requires an excellent script to satisfy the viewers. Without that, the movie cannot get a good response from the audience as well as critics. It also has an impact on box office receipts. Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, is in the same boat. The only reason why MCU have been so successful is because of their excellent plot and a very memorable actor's line. However, the film does not always adhere to the screenplay exactly. Actors are, after all, actors. They put up their utmost efforts in order to deliver the finest possible performance, just like in a few scenes in the Spider-Man movies. Probably, the cast members of the Spider-Man have done some ad-lib in their scenes. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be talking about Spider-Man improvised scenes that you thought were real. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Spider-Man Homecoming, the car hug scene. Tony Stark has been like a father to Peter Parker since Captain America's Civil War. He strives to assist Peter Parker in the best way he can, despite the fact that Peter has not encountered the same enemies as Stark. When Parker did something wrong, Stark would reprimand him. After the events of Captain America's Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming resumed. Parker was given a new suit with the best features by Stark. He warned Parker not to do anything stupid in the car. When the car arrived at Parker's house, Tony stretched out to open the door for him. Here, we see Peter hugging Tony, who is utterly ignorant of what is going on. Tom Holland improvised this sequence because he thought it would add some comedic elements to the movie. Holland stated that scene is so full of improvised moments in a 2017 interview with entertainment reporter Kevin McCarthy. Holland explained, "We kind of riffed off each other. I guess I just tried to embrace him because I thought it would be hilarious. And Robert's instincts are so strong that he said, I'm not trying to hug you. I'm just going to open the door." But wait. Before we move on to the next Spider-Man improvised scenes that you thought were real, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now for more videos like this one. Next in line, number 2. The meeting of Tony Stark and Peter Parker scene. In Captain America's Civil War, Tony sees Peter Parker for the first time to recruit him to the Avengers, crossing the room to sit next to the young hero during an emotional discussion. Tony stands in front of Peter's bed for a little while and says, "I'm going to sit here, so you remove your leg." According to Marvel Studio News, during the film's DVD commentary, co-director Anthony Russo revealed that Holland forgot he was meant to move over on the bed, so Downey Jr. reminded him by improvising the line. Tom forgot about the scene blocking, and of course, that's Robert keeping in character reminding him, "You're meant to move now so I can sit on the bed," Russo explained. He went on to say, not only does he use it, but he uses it in a way that is incredibly amusing and fun. That was such a deft and imaginative gesture on the part of the actor. Number 3. Tom Holland as Spider-Man introduction scene. In Captain America's Civil War, Tom Holland made his Spider-Man appearance in his suit during the airport combat sequence. In the scene where Tony Stark arrives to his residence to solicit him for help in capturing Captain America's troops, the character makes his first appearance. Most of you are probably unaware that for Tom Holland's auditions, Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland performed a variation of that scene. Holland's agent urged him not to improvise on anything, but it was at this point when Downey Jr. began to improvise on his own, and Holland just followed the same. Number 4. Avengers Infinity War, the scene wherein Peter Parker said, "I don't want to go." Avengers Infinity War was maybe the first film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to break all box office records. The Avengers were seen attempting to prevent Thanos, the Mad Titan, from obtaining all 6 of the Infinity Stones. They still failed, and Thanos destroyed half of the universe. However, the scene in which Spider-Man dies was the one that broke our hearts. Peter Parker collapsed in Tony Stark's arms, repeating the phrase, "I don't want to go." Tom Holland claims that the dialogue was made up on the spot. He claims that if he needs to cry while acting, he repeats a same line over and over. In a 2019 GQ video, Holland confirmed an internet allegation that claimed he completely improvised Peter's final scenes in Avengers: Infinity War. "It's improvised," Holland explained, "because we basically performed a long improvise and it wasn't fantastic, but it sparked a magnificent concept. We modified the scene after that, and this was born." Number 5. The scene where Ned tried to hide Peter Parker's identity. Apart from Tony Stark, who was the most senior actor in the Spider-Man remake, the actors who played Peter Parker's buddies had an important role in the movie. They had a great chemistry together. This can be seen in the Spider-Man film's behind-the-scenes video. The young actors were given freedom on set by director John Watts. Spider-Man: Far From Home is a wonderful illustration of this. When Ned walks in on Peter and MJ in one of the scenarios, he tries to keep Peter's secret identity hidden as best as he can. Actor Jacob Batalon gave us all by improvising his lines during the scene. Number 6. Emo Parker scene in Spider-Man Trilogy. In Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, Spider-Man 3 was the highest grossing film. However, the picture received a mixed response from critics. According to a report, even Sam Raimi dislikes the movie. Nonetheless, the picture has its high points and low points. A symbiote from outer space bonded with Peter Parker and enhanced his skills in the film. However, it also revealed Peter Parker's dark side. He was spotted with unusual haircuts. Now, there's a scenario in which Peter Parker is seen dancing outrageously on the streets while also buying things from a shop. Both Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire improvised in this moment. They put up their best efforts to make the scene as absurd and humorous as possible. Number 7. Mysterio and Spider-Man: The Good Bond Scene. Despite the fact that Mysterio was revealed to be a villain, the connection between Mysterio and Spider-Man was the most memorable scene in Spider-Man: Far From Home. This was a brand new hero-villain connection in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This was made feasible by the fact that Tom Holland and Jake Gyllenhaal began to bond quickly once filming began. They had such a positive interaction that the object began to emerge on the screen. John Watts was so taken with that, so he decided to let them improvise whatever they wanted during their conversations in the scene. For many viewers, Mysterio's betrayal near the end was particularly painful. Down to our last, number 8. Having a dinner at Stacy's place scene. The Amazing Spider-Man franchise was not so much success at the box office. Both films were panned for focusing too much on visual effects and not enough on plot and character development. Despite this, the flicks featured a few enjoyable moments. The sequence where Peter Parker goes to Gwen Stacy's place for dinner was the best part. Dennis Leary, who plays Gwen's father, George Stacy, remarked that director Mark Webb gave them a lot of chances to improvise their scenes as much as possible. In regards to Spider-Man, Peter Parker and George Stacy had a brief heated exchange of words. Leary was obliged to surpass Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield since they improvised so much. And that's it for today's video. We hoped you enjoyed our video. Which of these Spider-Man improvised scenes is your favorite? And which Spider-Man improvised scenes actually surprised you? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below.
If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.